But here we are, and I actually love this scene. I love Gaius. He is a man in the system. He's just getting by, and we figure this out about Gaius. He represents many of us, I think. But in this scene, Gaius makes a statement that I find fascinating, and I wrote it down. He's speaking to Simon, and he asks, "So have you?" And Simon says, "What?" And Gaius says, "Forsaken your God of water." It sounds like your God identifies as a source of water, and the broken cisterns are a sign that you have turned your back on him. That's pretty amazing to me. That's the reason that's so amazing is because we find a whole lot of truth in that Scripture will back up. What many of us may not realize is that Simon has just referred to a verse in Jeremiah, and he names the prophet Jeremiah, but it's chapter 2 of Jeremiah, verse 13. "My people have done two evil things. They turned away from me, and they dug their own water cisterns. I am the source of living water. Those cisterns are broken and cannot hold water." So Gaius, when he asks, "So have you forsaken your God of water?" that is so awesome, because that is exactly how a Gentile mind would have thought. They had a God for everything. And he makes that mention. We've got a God for this, a God for that, and it was really pretty funny to hear him list them all off. They had a God for everything. And if you're suffering in one area, it's because you've ticked that particular God off. I'm just really digging this scene. Like I said earlier, it's kind of an unlikely friendship. But Gaius' question, "Have you forsaken your God of water?" The reason this is important is because it appears again later in the Gospels. In Jeremiah 17:13, we see, "O Lord, the hope of Israel, all who forsake you shall be put to shame. Those who turn away from you shall be written in the earth, for they have forsaken the Lord, the fountain of living water." The last part of that verse is referring to the Lord as the fountain of living water, but it's directly tied into the word cistern, the fountain. Okay, so do you remember the story of the woman who's caught in the act of adultery? What did Jesus do to her accusers? I believe he wrote their names in the earth per Jeremiah 17:13. Those who forsake the fountain of living water, those who turn away from you shall be written in the earth. That's Jeremiah 17:13. Just like Gaius just said, sounds like you have turned your back on the one who considers him the source of your water. Well, it's this scene that we think that, we're 99% sure now that Gaius is the centurion that Matthew 8 tells us has such enormous faith that he impresses Jesus. It says Jesus marvels at his faith, and he needs his servant healed. So there's a nice balance of serious and humor in this particular scene. And this whole friendship thing is really attractive to me. It kind of reminds me of Gimli and Legolas in the trilogy, right? Dwarves and elves just were never friends. Loved it.